What is up, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Tap. My name is Michael. This is John and Brooks, and we are here to bring you the first redraft mock draft of the year. Boys,
mock
how do you
draft,
feel?
Redraft and redraft, mock draft.
Redraft, mock draft, redraft.
And Brooks is gone. Welcome to this. And he's back.
Oh, welcome back, Brooks.
Yeah, we're feeling good. Thanks everyone for joining us. Appreciate it all.
It's gonna be a good one. First mock draft of the year. Redraft format.
It's gonna be wild. The ADPs, especially once you hit the second and third, fourth round, just start falling apart and going all over the place. So
all over the place.
Really interested to see where we're going and what people are thinking right now as we enter the early part of the preseason.
Yeah, schedule drops Thursday. I'm excited for that.
I'm so excited for that.
Also, just so you guys know, we are going to be doing a live stream during the schedule release, so that's going to be fun. They're doing a whole thing on NFL Network, so we'll be live streaming during that and giving our reactions. So
that'll be Thursday.
Yes, sir. That's also John's birthday. Happy birthday, John.
Yeah, guys, remember to shout it out. Happy birthday, John, on Thursday.
Happy birthday, John, on Thursday.
I'm going to put out a big tweet, make sure that everybody is aware, just so that you get all the love. Everyone needs to show John love on his birthday.
Show him love. Dope.
Everyone.
All right, ladies and gents, let's do this. Let's jump into it. No more dilly-dallying. Brooks is picking from the 4th spot. I am picking from the 9th spot. John is picking from the 11th spot. I can guarantee there's going to be a few people we snipe from each other. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
I picked this spot just to make sure that I could steal a couple players from you. I'm going to be honest.
Dope. All right.
I picked this spot so I could stay far away from both of you, just so that you're aware of what's going on here.
Are you gonna go Breece Hall as the 104, Brooks?
As tempting as that may be as a Jet fan, I don't think I can stomach it when Derrick Henry or Dalvin Cook may be on the board. Najee Harris might be on the board. We'll see. But
all right,
anything can happen.
Let's see who's gonna be there. Boom. Draft is started. Let's go. All right, Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook off the board. It is Brooks. Brooks, you're up. Derrick Henry's sitting there.
Derrick Henry is sitting here. Very, very, very happy about that. Now, I know he got hurt last year, but it's full steam ahead this year with Derrick Henry and that Titans offense. I'm just gonna not even think about it. We're gonna go Derrick Henry at the 4th spot. Not even thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, with the touches he's gonna get, no AJ Brown, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer at that point. He can go anywhere from the 101 to the 104 right there, like you said. So, all right, I'm sitting here at the 109. Tyreek Hill, the Dolphins sitting there. Najee sitting there. Joe Mixon sitting there. Those are the 3 guys I'm really looking at. Maybe Stephon Diggs, but I like to go running back early. And I'm going to grab myself Najee Harris, potentially a rookie quarterback, or you've got, Mitch Trubisky there. I think they're going to run the ball a ton. And also great pass blocker and can catch the ball out of the backfield. Multi-tool weapon there. So I think the young QB or Mitch Trubisky can lean on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to be going the 11th spot. Not even going to really think too hard about it. Going to be grabbing Joe Mixon. And me and Mike were talking before the draft even started. There's only a handful of guys that I actually want out of this first round that I'm comfortable taking. Not saying I'm not going to be picking up CMC if he's available for me or Derrick Henry or even Austin Eckler. But in the first round, my favorite grabs are Jonathan Taylor, Najee Harris, and Joe Mixon. I feel like those are going to be the only guys that bring me security. So Joe Mixon is actually someone I'm very excited to be able to pick up. And then moving over into the second round, I do love going heavy RB very early in a draft, especially when I'm in the back end of it. But there's just still so much talent on the board for the receiver. I'm sitting here. I'm going to be grabbing Jamar Chase at the 2-2. Actually really loving that. Going to be the 6th wide receiver off the board and looking for a bounce back from greatness to even higher greatness. Looking for a return of what we got last year with him and Joe Burrow finding that ball deep.
Going double up on the Bengals. Like to see it. I mean, they put so much.
Think about that.
They put so much. I'm sorry, but they put so much, emphasis on building their line, protecting both Joe Mixon and, of course, Joe Burrow. So not a bad pick. I mean, both of those guys are going to finish high-end, relatively, at least ones in their category, at least a wide receiver one, at least a running back one. So I don't think it's a bad pick there to double up there. And it's kind of risky, but overall, I think it's a good spot. Alvin Kamara going off right before my pick. So I have Najee Harris in the first round. I'm sitting here looking at a couple players. Honestly, I'm not even going to lie. I'm not in love with anybody here. Actually, yes, I'm not in love, but I will take this guy, and that's going to be DeAndre Swift. He's going to catch the ball out of the backfield a ton. Get me those. This is a half PPR draft, by the way. Get me those, that half point per reception. Jared Goff obviously is going to, he did it last year at the beginning of the year, leaned on him a ton. Their offense in general is going to, I think it's going to shock a lot of people. So as long as DeAndre Swift can stay healthy, I think DeAndre Swift will be a top 12 running back this year.
I could see it. Did struggle with the injury coming into the season. It kind of just dangled around for most of the year. 2 years in the league, hasn't had one season so far fully healthy. So hopefully that doesn't happen again.
A little risky for sure. But I didn't love AJ Brown. I could have taken CeeDee Lamb, I guess, but I'm still not sold on that offense. So, Brooks, you're up.
Yes, I am. And I'm looking at the board right here. And I really like to go double running backs when I do these mocks. I'm looking at who's available right now, and I'm honestly going to reach down the board a little bit. This may be an unpopular opinion. I'm just going to go and grab Aaron Jones out of Green Bay because I just want some safety at the running back position. Just lock up Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, Green Bay offense. Aaron Jones is a stud, top 10 running back last year in PPR. I'm going to take it.
Yeah, I love grabbing Aaron Jones. He's falling down the board, and honestly, I really don't understand why.
I'm surprised wow.
Especially with Devontae going. I don't know. It's just a little shocking to me. I do think he's one of those players that will creep up in ADP as the year goes on.
It's really just the AJ Dillon effect last season. Seeing the competency of AJ Dillon just makes people think that Jones is just going to lose some of that timeshare.
Yeah.
But Brooks, back on the clock, minute 20 left to go.
Yeah. Well, before wide receivers get too thin, because you got to start two of them, and I think I'm going to go for a wide receiver. I'm going to go for my buddy Keenan Allen, aka Sleevin' Allen. Once it gets cold out, that man's a different breed. Once he's got the sleeves on, Sleevin' Allen, and I'll definitely take him on my squad. Definitely love it.
Solid pick. And honestly, it leaves a pretty easy pick for me. Mike Evans. We were talking about him prior to the show. Actually, no, Chris Godwin's not going to be there potentially to begin the year. So Mike Evans should see a ton of targets. Also, no Gronk. So, I like Mike Evans this early. Is my wide receiver one. I think he's going to finish as a wide receiver one. And, yeah, the connection between him and Brady is undeniable.
Man,
I like it.
Starting to feel my draft fall apart here. I'm liking this pick, and I'm locking up. I already know who I'm grabbing with my next pick. So this one's going to be J.K. Dobbins for the Ravens. I think that we're looking at a great opportunity for him to have a heavy role in this offense this year, and I like his talent, and he hasn't had a chance to really flourish yet. And then someone that I kind of don't want to leave the draft without, but I might have to, just out of the position I'm picking from. It's actually not going to go that way. We'll see if he possibly finds his way back home to daddy. So my next pick off the board is actually going to be, and this might be a little shocker. I don't know how many people are actually too hot on this, but DK Metcalf. I think his absolute monstrosity of a body size with his speed is going to help either Geno Smith or Drew Lock just throw the ball up when they're getting sacked in that backfield and need to find somewhere to go. And I think that he's the type of player that his talent and just size and dominance is enough to command enough targets and yards and touchdowns and even the worst offense that he's still going to be a high-end wide receiver.
There you go. Not a bad pick. I do. I mean, I like it. I don't love it, but I like it. I think he's going to overcome the quarterback play. I mean, he's just that talented. So, I do think even if Drew Lock starts, I think he'll be fine. As far as targets and stuff go, I'd be more worried about Tyler Lockett. Damn. So, oh God, what, John?
There's a player I want more. Yeah.
There's a player you want more?
Yep.
Oh boy. I think I know who it is. I don't think I'm going to take him. But we'll see. One guy gets slept on. Jeez, that's horrible English. Slept on a lot. Is the guy I'm about to take. And that's going to be DJ Moore. Clear number one for his team. I was going to take I was thinking about T Higgins, but Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase, I don't think there'll be the consistency there. And even with Sam Darnold at quarterback, I do think that DJ Moore will see a little bit more consistency than T Higgins will have. Plus, there's clear upside there.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I think DJ Moore is incredibly talented. And I think that worst case scenario, even a bad Sam Darnold's going to be able to keep DJ Moore fed. And then who knows? If Sam Darnold, for some reason, decides he's a good quarterback than who he's expected to be, you could have a great season from DJ.
Yeah, definitely. So, Brooks, you are up, sir.
Yeah, I'm looking at this board. I don't really know what I want to do. I think I'm going to go for the upside play here. I think we're going to go Lamar Jackson. We're going to take a quarterback here. All right. I feel confident being able to do that with the way that my team's looking right now. Oh, was that a snipe? Oh, okay.
No, sniped by the CPU, but
Amari Cooper.
So,
yeah, it was Amari Cooper. That's who I wish I would have grabbed over DK. I think Amari Cooper and Deshaun Watson, it's going to be a deadly combo, and I would have been more comfortable with that over DK.
When Deshaun Watson goes off the board, I don't know if you guys are going to take him or not. I'm personally not, but I want to talk about that a little bit, like what your risk tolerance is for him when he gets, comes up. So, yeah. But Brooks, you're up, sir. Let's go.
Yes. I've been thinking. Thank you for giving me some extra time to think. I'm going to go Mr. TJ Hawkinson here. We're going to fill out the rest of the team. Now, that might not be a good pick by right there looking on paper standards, but I actually think he has incredible upside this season. I think he's going to be a top 3 tight end this year. You can book that.
Okay.
Top 3 tight end. All right. I mean, I could see it. Definitely has talent to be
there.
And with, Kyle Pitts potentially getting, I would take Hawkinson over Pitts right now, just due to the quarterback situation. Because we don't know. Come on, John. I mean, come on. All right.
I'm on the other side. I'm on the other side of the fence. You've got TJ Hawkinson, who's got multiple other receivers on that offense taking away targets, when Kyle Pitts has Drake London.
Oh, sure.
Marcus Mariota. We're gonna forget that Marcus Mariota actually every time he comes in to back up the starter, he ends up winning the football game.
I didn't say he was bad. I'm just saying I trust. As weird as it sounds, I trust that Lions offense more than I do the Falcons offense. I think the Lions are going to have good offense, and I think TJ is going to benefit from that.
I'm not against that thought process.
TJ is going to be a big safety valve for the Lions this year, probably. One of those safe dink and dunk receivers you can just toss the ball to.
Mike, you got 30 seconds, by the way.
I do, and I know who I'm going to take here. I'm just looking over the board real quick. I
just tried clicking his name.
Actually, you know what? I'm going this way. I'm going Jalen Waddle.
Bitch.
I was gonna go.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was gonna take another guy there. But Jalen Waddle, obviously coming off of a massive 104 catch year. I think, and actually that's the guy who I was thinking about taking before I revisited the board. So very glad, especially I think Tua is going to have a great year. I think we're going to see a lot of single man coverage on Jalen Waddle with Tyreek Hill on the other side. So Jalen Waddle this year is great for me. I love getting him in the 5th round.
Yeah, I think that's
very
great.
Upset.
So I went and grabbed Cortland Sutton at the 5'11". I think that we're going to see him be incredibly deadly with Russell Wilson this year. Everyone is expecting Jerry Jeudy to be the number 1 guy there, but who knows what happens. And then for my 3rd running back, I took Breece Hall off the board before someone I wanted to leave the draft with, because I think that there's a possibility that he commands a huge part of that offense and he might be incredibly talented. But there is a risk factor there of him just not being the guy and him falling into a committee role. So I do like him if you already have two guys that you can play regularly and confidently. So grab Breece Hall there.
All right. I like to see it. I'm sitting here, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs. Honestly, I feel like I can go anywhere. I don't have to stick to a position. I know there's tight ends that I can get later. I know there's quarterbacks I can get later. I kind of just want to stack up my wide receiver and my running back. And there's one name that really stands out to me, and I'm going to go get him, and that's Mike Williams. I think he is severely underrated. Especially, honestly, I don't even know what wide receiver he's going off the board right now. I wish I could count that fast, but he finished as a top 12 wide receiver last year, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that this offense just takes another step forward. Justin Herbert, gets some more.
Wide receiver 27.
He's wide receiver 27.
You just grabbed him as wide receiver 27.
Oh, dope. Love to see it. I think that's, highly, undervalued. So I grabbing him is pretty easy for me too. Yeah. He finishes at wide receiver. Let's see, like
9 in standard and 12 in PPR.
So, and I think as long as he can stay healthy, which, he hasn't necessarily missed a ton of games except for his rookie year, but he gets banged up and doesn't come back to a lot of games. So, but he did last year. He stayed healthy, and it definitely paid dividends.
All right, Brooks, you're up on the clock. You got 50 seconds left.
Yeah, and right now I'm thinking about using all 50, but I'm just going to walk you through my thought process here. I'm looking for a receiver for this team. Got to fill out the second receiver spot. Got to get someone who's going to be good wide receiver 2 material. I think I'm going to go, even though it breaks my heart because I want Garrett Wilson, I'm going to go Michael Pittman here. I like the pick. Matt Ryan coming into Indianapolis. Michael Pittman was a very, very big part of that offense last year. Was able to do his thing with Carson Wentz. I like Matt Ryan a lot better. So that's
smart.
That's my pick there. Now I'm going to go big upside pick. And I see Treylon Burks here for the Tennessee Titans just sitting here. I'm going to get him as my wide receiver 3. And we're going to roll pretty well with a good receiver group now.
Nice. Don't hate that at all.
Like to see it. I do like that a lot. Because, it could – we've seen, rookies past couple of years really do very well. And like we talked about in the rookie draft. I think you picked him in the rookie draft. And
I did.
Talked about that and him and being A.J. Brown's comp, which, obviously fits in this offense great. So, all right, next pick. I'm going to go. Let's see. My quarterback. Both of my quarterbacks are off the board. At this late, I was looking at either Jalen Hurts or Russell Wilson. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer for a quarterback. So right now I'm going to look at the running back spot, and I'm going to go. I'm looking at Kenneth Walker. Kind of.
I was looking there too. Not going to lie to you.
I'm going to go A.J. Dillon. If obviously Aaron Jones goes down, he's the automatic fill-in right there for that team. So, and he will steal a little bit of work from Aaron Jones, but I still think it's Aaron Jones' backfield.
Fair enough. All right. So we talked about Kyle Pitts earlier. We talked about the fact that there's not a lot of receivers there. I'm going to go with my high upside receiver right now in Drake London, see if he can take over those targets from Marcus Mariota, garner some space in that offense that he can work with. And then for my quarterback, I'm going to grab my one safety valve quarterback, and that's going to be Matthew Stafford. I think that he's a quarterback that gives you a very solid baseline week in, week out, can move that offense very, very well. He might not be the most mobile guy, and so he's not going to be quarterback 1 on the year, number 2 or number 3. But I do think you find yourself a very solid quarterback 8 through 12 almost every single week. So really confident in that one.
There you
And Michael,
go.
that's you back up on the board.
I am up on the board. Just looking over here, I'm probably going to go. Actually, I am going to go running back here.
Don't do it.
I'm going to do it. And I think you know who I'm going to grab.
Please,
that's gonna be Tony
please don't do it. Okay.
Is that not who you wanted me to grab? Or
No,
is?
no. That's
Right.
that's not who I was eyeing myself. But okay.
All right, good. I think is it Devin Singletary?
It's not. Oh gosh,
Okay.
no.
All right.
not.
All right.
No.
So yeah, Tony Pollard obviously steals some touches from Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, and had some really good weeks last year. So filler in fourth running back on my team with some upside
like it.
if Zeke goes down.
Ooh.
John doesn't
Big
like
from the crowd.
His best weeks his best option is that he's a handcuff for Zeke. And his best weeks last season, he was only getting 11, 12 points, which isn't what you want. It's what you're comfortable with. So he
finishes the running back 4 in week 2.
He is explosive.
Yeah.
I do remember him doing well.
Oh, you're right. He had a couple games. You're right. When Zeke was not someone I'm super in love with. But
Okay.
first, I don't want to take too much time from you.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna go Melvin Gordon here in this spot.
Ooh, nice pickup.
Okay.
I do like that.
For running back 3, I'll be very, very happy with that. And then it comes back around to me, and I'm gonna go super upside. You had asked me before, are you going Devin Singletary? I'm not. I'm gonna go James Cook.
Dang.
All right. Nice.
I'm gonna do it late. I'm gonna get him on my team. I really think he's gonna be commanding about 50% of that backfield by the end of the year. So that's my hot take.
Not more.
All right.
If not more.
Well.
Yeah, if not more for sure.
Oh, all right. So let's see here. I'm just checking. Okay, I'm not even going to lie. I'm checking, and you should do this when you're drafting. I'm checking Team 10, John's, and Team 12's roster right now, just to see if there's a gap they need, and there is, and I think that's the tight end. I don't know if John's going to go tight end or not. With DeAndre Hopkins suspended, I'm going to grab Zach Ertz. Late 9th round. Like to see it.
I was gonna grab Deshaun Watson here.
You were gonna grab him?
I was gonna grab Deshaun Watson here.
He was gonna be my 10th pick if he made it to me.
So my level of safety with Deshaun Watson, if I end up drafting him, is going to be I need to have at least another quarterback on my team that's solid. Matt Stafford doesn't need to be a high-end quarterback, and as far as he's going in the draft, you can make a team with him and not need him in case he does miss a handful of games. Now, me at the moment, man, I'm still looking for those high upside receivers that can hopefully net me some big games. And the first guy that I'm going to be grabbing is Rashad Bateman. Realistically, I think that he is going to be someone that thrives in this offense. He gets injured coming into his rookie season and then started getting going a little towards the end. No Marquis Brown should be getting a nice selection of targets, and hopefully he's athletic enough to produce on those. And then my next pick is actually going to be the tight end like Mike predicted. Very smart guy. It's going to be Pat Firemouth, another guy who really stood out last year. Made a big name for himself as a rookie at the tight end position, which is obviously not something you see every single year. You could say he was more impressive in some ways than Kyle Pitts, who was the obvious tight end number 1 out of the draft.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think he's going to be a phenomenal tight end going forward. And honestly, I'm surprised he's fallen this far. I really am. Especially, I mean, obviously Gronk's not on a team, and ADPs aren't 100% right now, but I mean Gronk over Pat Freiermuth, like that's kind of little crazy. But all right, I need a quarterback. There are 2 I am looking at. One high upside. Actually, both have high upside. One's done it before though, and that's going to be Tom Brady. I'm going to pair him up with Mike Evans. Also was sitting there looking at Trey Lance. Maybe I grab Trey Lance and then a quarterback later, but I'm going to pair Tom Brady up with Mike Evans.
There you go. Trey
Solid.
Lance going right after.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very, 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 very upset about what just happened in this round. I wanted Rashad Bateman. I didn't think he'd fall to me, but
the hope
then
was
John
there.
got him. Yeah, but then John got him, and then now, that was just a snipe on my behalf. All right, man, I'm looking at the board here. I don't exactly know what I want because I definitely want a receiver, and I don't want anybody to fall too far. I think I'm gonna go JMO here, Jameson Williams, because he's just sitting there staring at me in the face, and he needs a home. And this home is my team. I'm gonna pick him up. And now the clock is back on me. So now what do I do? That's the $1 million question, boys.
Looking at
what do you guys? I was
looking
gonna
at your team. You need some more receivers.
Yeah, I would say another receiver personally.
Yeah, definitely. I have a lot of
a receiver and a running back is what you. That's what you need to get in the next 2 rounds.
Yeah, you can go, vice versa. Either you don't have to go, one or the other, unless you really love a wide receiver here.
Yeah, grab your guys. Dig down through them and grab your guys. You got
all
a
right.
minute and a half.
Well, then I'm going full rookie upside. We're taking Christian Watson before he falls to anybody else.
Not a bad option at all.
Not a
Love
bad
it,
option.
actually.
I've been
second to last pick.
It's funny you said that because I'm actually going to go Alan Lazard, the guy who's going to be on the other side of the field. Has a little bit of connection right now with Aaron Rodgers. Christian Watson could easily step in as that wide receiver 1 on that team. But I'm, with him off the board, I'm going to go Lazard, somebody who's been there.
It's my boy Lazard.
All right, go Lazard. I'm going to go with, I need another running back. And I've got 2 guys. I got Breece Hall, who should be seeing some snaps early. And then now I need to go someone with high upside. Actually, I lied. I'm going to go receiver on this pick. And again, I'm going to be going with the ooh, man, these names. Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
It's like the further you scroll down, the more people you see, and you're like, why are you still on the board? I'm going to go with Jahan Dotson, actually. I'm going to take that rookie upside. I feel like I have a solid enough receiving core, so I need to find someone who could be it. And if we do see Carson Wentz or Sam Howell, some reason come into this offense and really start blowing it up on the throwing the ball, Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson could turn into an very, very sexy little receiving core. And then my guy that I'm not leaving the draft without, you guys know who he is. It's Zamir White. He is going to be. It's going to be great. It's going to be good. He's going to be a running back that everyone has on their rosters by week 6 to 10.
All right. All righty. Well, all right. So the Dolphins, they just signed Sony Michel. So I'm not taking Sony Michel. However, I'm going to take Raheem Mostert. Just a high upside pick. I mean, I understand that the crowded backfield. However, I do think that Raheem Mostert will come in later in the year and could provide. I mean, we've seen what he can do. We've seen what he can do when he's healthy and on the field. And I don't think him taking over that backfield will be an issue once healthy. So I'm going to grab Raheem.
I'm upset about such a selection because I was going to pick Raheem, but this seems to be the common theme in the later part of the drafts. In this draft is that I'm upset. All right. I need a running back with decent upside, and I don't necessarily see it. So what I'm going to go and do instead is I'm going to go with my very, very scolding hot take quarterback upside. I'm going to take Zach Wilson here, not just for the memes. I think he's going to have a great year. And I need another quarterback because Lamar gets hurt. So that's my selection.
All right.
Fair enough.
Well, I'm honestly really surprised you didn't take Dameon Pierce or something like that. I'm
happy with my running backs. I'm very happy with my running backs, believe it or not. My receivers are very, very rookie heavy. I like my running backs. I'm going to go with my boy Z there.
All right. Dope, dope,
Yeah,
dope.
absolutely.
Awesome.
Ooh.
First mock draft of the year. Love
Yeah.
it. Love to see it. It's only freaking May and we're already doing
And I only made one mistake in my draft too, so we did pretty well here.
That's awesome, John. Congratulations.
Proud of myself.
I had a lot of players snipe from me. Like a lot of people I wanted went right before it was my pick. I'm very upset.
Just wait till we get more people in here and fill it up and do a mock draft like that. It snipes everywhere. So definitely makes it a little bit harder. I can't wait until, we see ADP start to rise and fall. Out of this whole this draft right here, is there anyone in particular you think's ADP is high or too low?
High is going to be Deebo Samuel and AJ Brown for me. I think both of them are way too high.
Yeah.
Maybe not way too high, but at least both of them need to drop 5 down the position board.
Okay.
How about you, Brooks? Anybody?
Now I'm just trying to give a quick scan through here just to see. Yeah, actually, I love this player. I think he's really talented, but I still think that entire offense is really, really loaded for targets. I don't really like T. Higgins in the 5th there. I think you might want to drop him down a round or two, maybe into like the 6th or 7th. But I think that's a little high for T. Higgins, just a little high, not outrageous, but that's something that's jumping off the page right here.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, and I mean, I don't know, maybe this is just a year in, year out thing. Well, one, I think Chris Godwin's too high, with his injury and stuff like that.
How can you say that?
With his injury?
He's going he's going to be missing at most 3 games.
That's hopeful. Yeah, we're hopeful of that.
He missed 3 games. He missed.
I'm just saying.
I would rather 3 games last. He missed 3 games last year and still outcaught Mike Evans.
That's not the issue. That's not the issue. He's injured. I would rather take Amari Cooper over Chris Godwin.
I would too. I'm not saying that.
Okay, well, that's all I'm saying. I think he's a little too high.
I would take Amari Cooper over a dozen other guys. I guess I would take him before at least 7 other people on this board.
I'm just saying, Chris Godwin's mine. Let's see who else. Somebody who's a little too low, I think, is going to be Marquis Brown. I think I would comfortably take him, maybe a round earlier, in that 6th round, especially with DeAndre Hopkins out, the connection he and Kyler Murray already have from college and stuff like that. So I do think he's going to have, especially the first 6 games, a pretty solid start to the year.
Yeah, I'm going to mention that D-Hop actually, I don't know if Sleeper's been up to date on the breaking news, but Sleeper here has DeAndre Hopkins still as a 4th round ADP.
Yeah.
With Marquise Brown being so low, I think that's probably the case.
So. Dope.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, boys.
All right, guys. That was it. Thanks so much for tuning into our first redraft mock draft of the year. So we will see you guys later this week. Like I said, we've got the live stream on Thursday. We also have a rookie wide receiver episode coming out and a rookie quarterback coming out soon as well. So keep an eye out.
All right. If you guys aren't already, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, liking all the videos, and staying up to date with everything we're doing. Make sure you're following us on Twitter and Instagram. Also, the little tickety talks. We're over there, too, making some good content for you guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, everyone. Take care. Have a good night.